the Golden Boy Award. Established in 2003 by Italian newspaper Tuttosport, honors the best under-21 player in European football. Over the years, this accolade has become a symbol of promise and potential, showcasing the talents of young players destined for greatness on the global stage. It has been won by the likes of Lionel Messi, Wayne Rooney, and also future Ballon d'Or winners like Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappe. But it was also won by players whose careers, let's just say, didn't go the way we expected. Today, we'll be talking about 5 young talents who are expected to win the Golden Boy Award in 2024. Join us in this journey as the Football Eye Test will provide you with weekly content just like this one. Firstly, let's talk about how you can actually win the Golden Boy Award. To actually win the Golden Boy Award, the player needs to be younger than 21 and has never won it before. Players who turned 21 this year, such as Florian Wirtz, Xavi Simons and Jamal Musiala, are not eligible for the award. So, let's talk about these 5 and let's get started. Coming in at number 5 is João Neves. João is a 19-year-old Benfica midfielder with, in my eyes, a potential to be one of the best midfielders in the world if his minutes and career is managed right. Neves is currently breaking through in his first season with the Benfica senior team, with 4 goal contributions in 45 appearances in all competition. Yes, you heard that right, 45, which is unreal for a 19-year-old in his first season. We all know how great Benfica's academy is, with them having former Golden Boy Award winners, João Felix and Renato Sanchez, just to name a few. And we also know that Benfica is such a great club at selling those youngsters, so I can potentially see João Neves getting that big move to a top club in the summer. This move could potentially get more eyeballs on the Portuguese youngster, which could raise his credibility of winning the Golden Boy Award. But I mean, that's just a prediction. We'll just have to wait till the summer for that. However, something that's not a prediction is the rise of Kobbie Mainoo. The only reason Mainoo is 4th on my list is because he sustained a long-term injury for the majority of the season, back in pre-season of course, against Arsenal. And of course Man United being terrible. I mean, so what can we say? Isn't that the case every year? However, the shining light of Man United's season is the 18-year-old wonder kid who took over a main spot in the starting 11. A talent with massive potential that can win you games in midfield at just 18 years old. We have seen that for the past couple of months, and of course, recently in Man United's big FA Cup victory over Liverpool, where Mainoo was able to help Wan-Bissaka in his mission to keep Mo Salah quiet. And he also ran the midfield against the likes of top players like McAllister and Endo, which ultimately led to Man United knocking their rivals Liverpool out of the FA Cup. In my opinion, a player with a big career ahead of him, as he's already a starter in a top European team and can only get better. I mean, how many 18-year-olds do you know that starts for Manchester United in the Premier League? He also started some games in pre-season before getting injured, which he actually showed his quality back then. His injury set him back a couple of months, but he's just 18, he has a lot of time. What can we say? We're not the ones who judge a player, right? Someone who's not a starter though, the future of Bayern Munich in my eyes, is Matthias Tel. The player with 12 goal contributions in only 911 minutes this season. The former Rennes player is the striker with the biggest potential in the world right now, in my opinion. With him being only 18 and playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, I can see a big career ahead of him. And also learning from one of the greats of the game in Harry Kane could also give him the experience he needs to be leading the Bayern Munich frontline for the foreseeable future. He's only 3rd on my list because of his playtime, to be honest. Of course, that's not his fault. He's obviously a great player, but when you have Harry Kane in your team, it's kinda hard to crack the starting 11, even if you won more trophies than him, but that's not the point. With Thomas Tuchel leaving at the end of the season, Bayern really need a manager who knows how to manage his minutes, and I promise you he'll explode when given the chance. The potential and the ability is there. Now it's all about playtime. If you can figure out a way for Matthias Tel to be a starter in Bayern Munich alongside Harry Kane, maybe on the wing, maybe as a second striker, but if you can figure that out and manage his minutes correctly with him staying away from injuries, I can promise you that this man here, Matthias Tel, will have a really bright future and he will lead Bayern Munich or maybe another team. I don't know, I'm not sure if he's gonna stay there for his whole career, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a big career ahead of him if he manages to manage his minutes and playtime correctly. The guy's an elite goal scorer. The guy has it all. All he needs is a couple of minutes on the pitch to actually showcase what he's capable of. But that's really hard with Harry Kane on the field. If you can manage that, well done. But if you can't, I really see him leaving to a team in the future. Maybe like a Man United, because they were recently interested in him, but I'm not sure. He's gonna be starting off with Rasmus Højlund over there. Someone who's not worried about playtime though is Lamine Yamal, the 16-year-old. Yes, 16, you heard that right. 16 is carrying Barcelona at this point. That's pretty much it. I mean, when you are 16, you are basically expected to go do your O-level exams, maybe go ask a girl out or something, not carry a top 3 club in football history on your shoulders for the whole season. I guess that pretty much explains it. I mean, with 13 goal contributions in 38 games this season, the sky's the limit for Lamine Yamal, starting in big Champions League nights and being a massive key factor in winning some La Liga games, also being called up to the Spain national team and becoming their youngest ever goal scorer, as well as the youngest ever Barcelona goal scorer. I mean, that's an achievement by itself. How many 16-year-olds do you know that can actually do all of that in a big club like FC Barcelona? There isn't a bad thing you can say about Lamine Yamal doing all of this at 16 in his just first season for a top club like Barcelona. I mean, when you have the likes of Lewandowski, Rafinha, Joao Felix, Pedri, all of these top players, you expect them to carry a club like FC Barcelona, not a 16-year-old. And I see this guy as potentially being the next Lionel Messi out of La Masia, because he has bright future ahead of him. The only thing that worries me though, if his minutes are not managed right, and I talked about that with Matthias Tel. We've seen Pedri, we've seen Fati breaking through from La Masia and being called the next big thing for FC Barcelona, but their minutes were not managed right. The pressure of carrying Barcelona was too heavy on them. And I'm afraid that Lamine Yamal could face the same pressure. Spanish media, Barcelona fans, just don't be too heavy on him. The guy's only 16, he's already doing brilliant. And in my opinion, he's in contention of winning the Golden Boy Award. I mean, that explains it. All of these stats this year, 38 games started, that explains it. Lamine Yamal, everyone already knows his name, but he is a potential Ballon d'Or winner in the future, if his minutes are managed right again. Similarly, Warren Zaïre-Emery. I mean, let's talk Warren Zaïre-Emery, yeah? In my eyes, the best player on this list and the one with the biggest potential out of all of them, starting in big Champions League games for PSG in the group of death against very hard and experienced oppositions. At only 17 years of age, Emery has cracked the PSG starting lineup. I mean, he forced Verratti out of the team and has the potential to be an all-time great. With 9 goal contributions in 33 appearances this season, I expect big things for the French midfielder. With Mbappe leaving PSG next summer, I think they should build the whole team around Zaïre-Emery. How many 17-year-olds do you watch and expect them to have the intelligence and read the game and run the midfield for PSG in the Champions League? A player with many years ahead of him, and in my eyes, the one deserving of the Golden Boy Award. Like, for me, he is a top talent. He is the best under 21 talent in the world right now. The sky's the limit for him, as well as Lamine Yamal, of course. But for me, he cracks number 1 on this list. And this guy is so young that he has so many years ahead of him. And in my opinion, he should be the one holding the Golden Boy Award. That's about it, really. Let me know if I missed anyone deserving to be on this list. And if you want more videos like this, click the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you all for watching.